And welcome back here to Dubbo for the Junior State Cup Northern Conference. We move to the 18 girls division. This one should be an absolute cracker. Two of the red-hot favourites for the tournament. The top of the ladder, Manly girls in Pool B. 4 from 4 so far, taking on Nelson Bay, who currently sit in third with 10 points themselves. 2 wins in the process. James Preston and Jordan Parsonage to bring you all the action. Jordan, I know you are literally salivating at this one. I've had to pull out the napkins.
Excited for this game. We watched a bit of Manly yesterday and we got to see a cracking finish against Wallsend, so I think this game will be a good one to see play out.
So here come Manly, of course, who stole the hearts of plenty of Wallsend fans with the fact they just wouldn't let up throughout that match. Good pressure here from Nelson Bay as they push them back outside that 7-metre mark. Last play now for Manly, jinking run. Just trying to open up a little passage there, but they stood firm, the Nelson Bay girls.
They sure did. Now let's see if they've got energy in the tank to start this with a drive, or they're going to head straight to the box.
So they'll start out with a drive here, followed up with a second before they eventually look to head to the box in the form of O'Connor, who takes it there all very flat, if not four. That was directly in front of us. Fortunately for Nelson Bay, the referees had marched upfield a little bit more. Now play it about 5 metres into enemy territory. And this time they've picked up an incorrect roll ball. So we've eventually got there, Jordan.
Great defensive set by Manly. They held them just over the halfway line there. So let's see what they can get off the back of this boxing set.
Nice start to it as they continue to recycle the footy here. Vera, who got that breakaway try at the death yesterday to claim a victory. They pretend to put out the hand for the touch, pulling it away at the death, which meant it was all play on.
All down.
And it is all play on here as well for Grace French, who says, ooh la la, baby. 1-0 in favour of Manly.
It was a great setup there by Liz. She does love the static platform. See how often she goes for that today and if she can keep having success there.
So only about 2 minutes into this one, and Manly take an early lead over their much more northern counterparts in the form of Nelson Bay. Now touch it off and get back underway here. Through the middle they come now with Letitia West. More metres on offer here for Nelson Bay, followed up with Rawlins. And now out to Mitchell. Mitchell drops it here for Barnes. Last play for Nelson Bay. Ooh, little fumble. Play on is the call. Barnes is still an option there, as is Mitchell, but good pressure again from Nicholas, who popped up and made the touch. In fact, it was Medved. So here is Medved now on the charge. Good metres away. They fling it back towards the centre. Big step coming up as Rawlins shuts things down. Up towards halfway they go. And over it, Medved with a massive couple of runs in this set so far. Here comes Vera now. Last play here for Manly. Trying to run at the offside marker. They've done a great job of exploiting that. Play on is the call. They get it down in the corner. Manly with some beautiful eyes up footy. Try time for the Northern Beaches girls.
Great scoop there from Zara. She just ripped and teared through the middle, all the way through into the in goal and found Jazz on the back of that one. Nice try.
Zara Halliday, very strong performance in that match against Wallsend yesterday. She's picked up where she left off here.
Leading by example, I believe she's the captain for these Manly girls. Really setting the tone nice and early in this game.
There's a strong tone that has been set. 2-0 inside the first 4 minutes as Nelson Bay get us back underway here. Now O'Connor. Good metres on offer for her. Back to the middle they come with Nicholas. Little mix up before Nicholas and O'Connor combine once again. Last play here. They've got options out wide. Just gone behind the run there of Nicholas. That was all they needed, the Manly side, to step up and apply the pressure.
Yeah, good defensive set there. Manly girls were pushing up off their line and getting the Nelson Bay girls a little bit flustered there in attack.
Nice scything run here from Manly. Late step at the line, picks up an extra 5 or 6 metres. They cycle the footy once more. Vera, good metres on offer. Lovely pass too, directly at the advantage line. French now picks it up and continues running at them. French with a big dummy, looking to link up. Vera once more holds the width, and Vera has a double.
I think we've got a Nelson's Bay girl just slowly getting up on the in goal. Yep, she's right, jogging off now.
So a great start here for Manly. 3 tries to nil inside the first 5 minutes, of course. If you're just joining us, Manly undefeated so far. 4 from 4. And it's a massive tally they've managed to rack up as well. 30 tries for, just 6 against coming into this match. Can now take it to 33. And Nelson Bay, I know it's early, but Jordan, you fancy they probably need to be next to score already?
Yeah, I think just the standard Players State Cup, once you've got momentum rolling, it's really hard to get a stop in these 25-minute fixtures. So I think Nelson Bay need to get one on the board.
Here's the last play now for Nelson Bay, running it offside markers and nearly linking up out wide there with McIntyre. But once more, they did a great job to slide across in defence. Patterson was all over her like a rash. To the middle they come. Nice pass there from Wignall. No charge forward here. Nice driving run, picks up 10 or so metres. Wignall again. They're called offside, play on. Instead is the go here for Manly as Vera drops it off. Then straightening things up. Medved now into the action and full of running. They pick it up again here through Halliday. Halliday's off once more, looking for her own holiday, and she does. Put it on a silver platter here. Georgia Morgan goes in, 4 tries to nil. Manly are running hot.
Zara looks phenomenal, scooping off the middle of the field at the moment. I hope Manly stick with that platform. They're getting a lot of success out of it in the attacking end. Let's see if Nelson Bay can manage to get a hit back here, swing the momentum around.
Well, there's plenty of time. They can start to get into their systems, the Nelson Bay side. Certainly know they can score a try or two. They've picked up 18 coming into this match in 4 games. They grab a crossfield here. Dawson. And now with Mitchell. Mitchell at pace. Mitchell turns it back on the inside. Beautifully tracked though from Medved. That was a crucial play from the middle. Baxter slumming it down. Last play now. Mitchell pops it up. Mitchell still an option there. Oh, they looked inside, looked outside, and ultimately looked at the ground and said, here you go, Ants, you can have the ball.
Great refereeing here from Rena Jansen in the middle. Little shout out, a little bit of Bears love. Rena's one of the North's refs here this weekend. I think she's had a couple of stadium games, just really leading the way there. Big shout out to her.
And she and the other referees were on the spot for that call. Definitely a forward pass from Manly. So change over here for Nelson Bay's Mitchell. Switches the emphasis and then tries to put the foot down.
Great
Good hands as well. You're right, from Emma Dawson. Play on here for Nelson Bay.
They're in great field position here, Nelson's Bay, with a couple of touches left up their sleeve. Let's see what they can put on.
So Nelson Bay once more attacking that line. Mitchell on the last. Back to the 7 they go, so they won't have the strike dump to work with. They will try and just scoot away from them, but again, Manly far too good in defence. They'll need to ask more questions on that, perhaps a few more angle changes.
They will. Manly looking really solid in defence here. A tough line to crack against.
So Mitchell steps up and makes the touch. The dummy comes in here from Manly. Great roll ball as well. They're playing at pace. Manly side.
Ooh.
And just as I say that, of course, the commentator's curse comes out. It's taken into the second match, but there's that beautiful pace we like. A big fumble out of the play of the ball.
All right.
Nelson Bay straightening up. And off the right foot comes Estelle Nicholas.
Fresh legs onto the field for Nelson's Bay. Let's see if they can use this set here effectively and get one on the board.
So Taudian stepped up and made the touch. Nicholas off now to Mitchell. Medved working hard through the middle for Manly once again. Last play here for Nelson Bay. They'll go directly to the sideline here. Nowhere to go because once more they're working so hard. I think that might be Georgia Morgan who's put in that effort. Yes, it is. Great stuff from Georgia. Tracked across field, shut down any and all options for Nelson Bay. Here's French now.
Great meters on display from Manly, really playing eyes up footy and taking advantage of the options. Sleeping off the field and coming on the field. We've got Zara looking like she's going into half again. Let's see what she's got here.
Here is Halliday. Halliday does a beautiful job. You've called it, Jordan Parsonage. And on cue, she delivers 5 tries to nil in favour of Manly.
Great driving set from Manly there. They really got the roll on. Looking really, really comfortable in this game so far.
To bit of a masterclass at the moment from Zara Halliday. Every time she's touched it, she's looked very, very dangerous indeed. So Nelson Bay with plenty of work to do, about 15 minutes to go. For the mathematicians at home, if they can score every 3 minutes, they'll be back on level peggings. So about 20 away from the try line. They play it now just shy of that 7-metre mark. Of course, if you're new to touch footy, the defending side must step up to that 7 mark. They can't simply rest on the try line. They have to engage the attacking side. As Nelson Bay come back to the middle, but an incorrect play the ball will see the end of their set there.
Alrighty, off on the drive again. Let's see what Manly have got to offer. Fresh subs coming back on the field.
Nice couple of drives here from Manly. Halliday pops the pass. Now up over halfway they go. That's a strong run there. In fact, very strong indeed from Taudian, who bundles over her opposition. Last play now for Manly. They pop it up here for French. French tried to get away from them. A really good sliding defence there from Nelson Bay.
Yeah, they managed to shut that play down really nicely. Gracie is an electric runner. So she's a tough one to stop. So that was really great defence by Nelson's Bay. Hopefully that gives them some confidence running into this set.
Now, Jordan, I'm sure you have quite a bit to do with a lot of these Manly girls. You're not too far away with the North Bears side.
Yeah, I've been...
What's some of the things that we can expect to see from this team as the tournament progresses a bit more?
Yeah, I've been really lucky to actually coach a few of these girls in the Scorpions regional team. And they've been pretty successful at that next level too. So there's a lot of different talents on display. Alyssa Medved is a pretty fantastic player. She loves a static platform and can run for days. I'm sure we'll see a lot of that later in the game as well. Zars, we've already seen how dangerous she is on the scooping platform. So we also know Tassie loves running. She'll find herself at middle and link in this game, I'm sure, Taddy.
Oh, here we go, though. Nelson Bay popping a pass back through the middle, beautifully disguised, and a wonderful line run from Millie Barnes. They're on the board here, Nelson Bay. 5-1 with 13 to go. They're not quite out of it just yet.
That's what they needed, Nelson's Bay. Let's get a stop set here in defence and see if they can get out of trouble and claw their way back into this one.
Another thing to mention as well, we have potentially as well some new and casual viewers tuning in today here at Dubbo. When you talk about a static play, break that down for us in layman's terms.
That's, you'll find holding a bit on the 7 and running some quickies. So just 2 players involved and trying to get yourself one-on-one with an opposing player. Zara looking very dangerous there again. She's really got the hot touch today.
So back to the 7 comes Halliday. And out now for Tiani Smith. Halliday off the left foot, threatening once again to attack that try line, but they've stood tall on that occasion. Nelson Bay, as the wind returns here at Dubbo. It was causing all sorts of problems yesterday morning. We had the chairs flying off the scaffolding at one point.
I saw a tent go flying on the backfields yesterday.
A tent?
Yes.
That's how you know it was strong. It's completely uprooted a tent, and perhaps even the kids inside of it. Up towards halfway, and over they now go here, Nelson Bay. Quick recycling of the footy. That was building nicely for them. That's the final pass getting unstuck.
Oh, unlucky there by Liss not being able to hold on to that one. Let's see if Nelson's Bay can capitalise on the back of this set. Good field position to start off.
Not a bad way to begin the set either. A nice little drive there from Hannah Baxter. Mitchell is caught. West receives it once again. Up they step through Patterson to make the touch. Not going anywhere in the last couple of plays here, Nelson Bay. The up and in defence is immense from Manly, and a great covering touch too. Trying to take a little look at who that is. I think
Alyssa.
that might be Medved. Yes, It is. It's the last play here from Manly. They've only got to defend one more, and Nelson Bay can't crack them. So, honestly, a terrific defensive set from Manly.
Yeah, there's a couple of workhorses on the field there. They've done a really good job, those girls. Liss making some great touches to hold Nelson's Bay out there in good field position.
Medved with the previous run, and now Taudian. Right field. I must say she's reasonably slenderly built, but she definitely runs quite hard, Taudian. Each and every time there's either someone who goes barreling over off the back of touching her or is trying to get out of the way for dear life. She has absolutely no holds barred in her approach to touch footy. They come down the short side here through Gambrel. So a few Gambrels floating around throughout the tournament as well.
It's just
got 7 on.
7 on down here. Great pick up there by Rena on the sideline.
Referee you're very familiar with, Jordan.
Sure am. Rena's my right-hand woman. Helps me out in clubland. And a great mentor she is to a lot of the up-and-coming referees in the system.
A more cynical person would suggest that you've paid her to give you favourable calls because she helps you out so much at club level.
She did ask me for a shout-out this morning. I made sure I'm getting it in when she re-watches the game this afternoon.
Well, I mean, that's better than payment, isn't it? I'm sure Norse will have a very favourable draw in the club season moving forward. Short pass here to Nelson Bay as they head up over halfway now. Barnes, the sole try scorer for Nelson Bay so far with that last run. Here she is again now, receiving the ball. Touch is made. Last play now for Nelson Bay. Oh, they're up very quickly. Did a good job in the end, though, just to promote the footy there, Dawson, but such intent in their defensive line.
Yeah, they look great, Manly, at the moment. Really strong performance so far. We've seen solid defence and some brilliant moments in attack. Finding a lot of metres easily on this drive here.
So Wickham up over halfway as French joins the action. Now further forward they come with Medved. Back to French. Quick play the ball. Medved again at them. This is building nicely for Manly. Medved into the background looking for Vera who gets a hat-trick. Vera gets it down. Oh, Jasmine is loving this morning.
Great little passage of play there between Gracie and Alyssa, dropping the ball back in, just finding that second line of defenders to get that strike dump there. Really nicely executed and finished off by Jazzy on the wing.
So 6-1, Manly in cruise control here with about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left, and Jasmine Vera getting a hat-trick now for the Northern Beaches side. There's a fumble there in the play of the ball. Play on is the call though. Nice floating pass over the top for West, who picks up extra meterage. Mitchell to the middle. They recycle the footy. West with a big right foot step. Or she'd open up the opportunity there for Rawlins. Had she been able to pop a little pass, it would have been try time, you'd have to imagine. They'll get an extra set to work with here, Jordan.
They've got 6 touches here on the line. Let's see if they can execute and use all these touches wisely.
Rawlins to Mitchell. Mitchell running at an offside player, still heading towards the try line. They got there just in time, and also the second effort there from Smith, but they'll say because of French not hitting both feet on that line, she was offside, so another set to play with again here. So a lot of possession, good field position. Manly
need to be careful here. For those newcomers watching today, if you concede 3 penalties on the line, you actually get a player force subbed. So Manly are 1 infringement away from getting a player sent, so they need to be nice and clean here in defence.
Well, that one certainly could have gone either way. I don't think it was an intentional, but definitely a foot through the play of the ball. It does get a bit hectic when you get to that 7 metre mark, but all trying to hit the try line as quickly as they can. As Mitchell picks it up, Rawlins is short. She wasn't expecting it, thought it was going to West instead. Mitchell crabs across field. Mitchell with the big dummy. Great effort, though, from Medved.
Great touch there. Nelson's Bay look really threatening there, so hopefully they can get another couple of sets down on the line and start to execute.
Played on the 7 metre mark. Good pressure chiming in there from Nelson Bay with 6.5 on the clock. Manly with a good buffer here. They lead by 5, 6 tries to 1. They wrap around with fresh replacements. Now head wider still. Cycling the footy. Manly through the middle. Short ball here. Great play from the Manly side as Halliday's off again. Halliday is looking for support. Can she link up? An oodle of time. And eventually arriving on the spot is Tasma Patterson, who puts it down 7 tries to 1. Halliday has absolutely killed them out there.
That was an awesome finish for Tassie, getting away from her opposite defender to find some free space in the in goal. And once again, Zara flying through the middle of the field, looking really dangerous off that middle platform for scooping.
I always love how it seems to turn into NFL by the time we have an acting half who runs into the in goal, and it just becomes a case of blocking people.
Block and don't get caught.
So just over 5 minutes remaining. The margin is 6. Manly up 7-1 over Nelson Bay as they go on the charge here. Nelson Bay side, last play now. Back to that 7 metre mark they go. Barnes, short ball. Nowhere to go though. And Tasma Patterson turns from try scorer to try saver there. A good read in defence.
Great read for Tassie.
Here she is now, Patterson, with the dummy. Touch made there from Dawson. Short ball, up towards halfway they go. Oh, not a great ball on that occasion from Wickham. It is very, very wet still out there, though. Around about 10 o'clock yesterday, we saw conditions start to finally ease up with all that slippery surface. Combination of the sun and the wind helping things out, but I must say it's been remarkably good handling given how slippery it is out there.
Yeah, the surface is still a bit dewy this morning. Hoping same sort of situation as yesterday with the sunshine. I'll be putting more sun cream on for the afternoon time slots if yesterday was anything to go by.
Are you a tanner, Jordan, or do you just burn?
I am burnt. My legs look like lobsters at the moment.
I thought you were going to say I burn as opposed to I am burnt.
Had to stop myself.
They're reasonably red. They are reasonably red. Here come Manly up over halfway. French. A couple of nice little left foot steps. They only passed it to a woman who was actually off the field for a moment there. That was very interesting from Manly. They got the right ones into the action, though. It's Medved. Pops it back to Halliday.
Tassie on a sweeper.
Danger women are in effect here. Medved is one of them. She has a crack herself. I think she's from acting half, so that should be a change over here. Yes, that is the case. So Nelson Bay survive another concerning raid on their line with 3.5 to go.
Yeah, that was good defence there. Nelson's Bay didn't look too flustered. They held Manly out there and scrambled really well in defence.
Head a little wider this time around, directly towards their subs box. The Manly transitions have been so smooth. This is a pretty good one, though, from Nelson Bay. They can keep that flow going in this set. They'll drop it off nice and quick. Here is Mitchell into the fray now. Dummies once. Mitchell puts down the pace. Here she goes, Mitchell with another big dummy. Getting very close to finding an opening, but Manly once more plug all the gaps. It's like one of those infomercials for Flexi Cream.
That was really great running from Nelson's Bay. It was a really clean set, and they looked threatening off the back of it.
So 10 shy of the halfway line. Manly in cruise control, 7-1 over Nelson Bay. Nice strong run as well as the reinforcements arrive and quickly into the fray. I think they might have been a little bit unlucky there, Mitchell. She was looking to make the touch. Unfortunately, the hand came into contact with the ball, so right call, but just very unlucky.
Manly in good field position here. Let's see what they can put on the back of this.
They'll pick it up and scoot from acting half. They've got to link up eventually. Pressure there. Taudian receives it. Has a little second look at her opposite number, Millie Barnes. She wasn't happy with the touch. Oh, Smith with a big dummy. We open them up once more.
She's half there. She's been caught. Nelson's Bay going to turn this over. They look ready to run.
So 2 to play here. Manly up 7-1. Coming up next, we move to the 14 girls division. Ballina will take on Gunnedah. First time we've seen Gunnedah in any division on our stadium field, so if you are a Gunnedah local, I'm sure you'll enjoy that one. As Nelson Bay work it up towards halfway. Last play now, a driving run out of acting half. Now there's plenty of offside players. Yes, well called from the referees, but also well taken. Tiani Smith with a great above the head intercept.
Good defence there from the Nelson's Bay winger. I can't actually catch her number over there, but she was up in the face of the Manly girls. Managed to make a few really good touches there.
1.5 minutes remaining as French comes to the middle of the field. They pop it back toward the middle. They were running at pace. Unfortunately, maybe a little too fast to collect the ball. Left behind there. A very rare error for Manly. Play on here for Nelson Bay. Oh, they've opened up half a gap. Great footwork as well. Letitia West it was with a couple of nice steps. Little bobble there in the play of the ball. Play on is the call though. Rawlins continues heading upfield with Medved. Ruled offside. Rawlins again. Still another play up their sleeves after this one. Rawlins is caught. Last now. They'll operate down the short side, but French read it so well. And the link on that occasion just kept her positioning beautifully.
Great defence there. Manly not looking flustered at all on that line. Able to shut down the attacking raid from Nelson's Bay, and they're really good boxing set in that last minute.
So this will be the last use of the ball for Manly. We might see 1 or 2 plays for Nelson Bay. There's 20 seconds on the clock. They head to the middle here with Gemma Carms. And now, once more, we're seeing 7 on the field. So that's the second time we've seen this one picked up in this match, Jordan.
Nelson's Bay might get one last crack at the line down here if they can make the most of the last couple of seconds.
I don't think they will have to.
Or not.
So this will be officially the last play. Are they going to keep it alive? Something enterprising. Not quite. Manly up very quickly there. That is full time. Nelson Bay, they've tried hard. But unfortunately for them, Manly in the 18 girls division, far too strong. 7-1 at full time. And up here next, we move to the 14 girls division with Ballina taking on Gunnedah. All the action in 5 minutes' time on New South Wales Touch Football and Bar TV.